All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Just wanted to do this quick video. All right, basically things are about to turn up. Okay, and say that in the sense that the way things are going. All right, people are getting into that relaxed spirit a little. All right, those that are not in the know, and even some of them that are in the know, all right, because they haven't seen things pick up, as fast as they were picking up, beginning to middle of the year. Okay, but if there's one thing you should notice is that things pick up a lot, and sometimes, usually in the beginning of the year, but mostly in the ending of the year. Okay, now, today it's the spirit, as the scriptures say, man's goings are of the Lord. All right, I decided I wanted to go to the gym today. All right, which that's I haven't been there in like long time. But anyway, I decided I wanted to just go. All right, I had been paying for it, but I wasn't going. So I go with the intention that I just do a quick workout, see what it's like. But when I go, I see that they have a line there, so on and so forth. So I spoke to one of the, those that were actually standing outside the gym, and they check your temperature, all right, and they their system that they do it now is different from how they did it before. And one thing I noticed as he was explaining to me, I asked him to run me through or give me a rundown of the new regulations. Basically, everything is now digital. All right, you don't usually to go to the gym, especially with Blink, you have a pass like a little card that you would swipe, you would scan it. Now, as everything is on your phone, you have to make reservations. You at a certain time, you got to come. You get only an hour. So on and so forth. So I told him on the spot, I said, you know what, this is too much. I'm gonna cancel it. All right. So I walk in there, and then as we're going through the cancellation process, I'm speaking to him, and I purposely said, damn. So it looks like everything is becoming digital, contactless, you know. And he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. It's basically a cashless society. Okay. So when he said that, I was like, oh, cashless society. Usually people don't regular people in the world don't use terms like that. They just, they're just in there. So when he said that, I had a feeling, maybe he might know something. But I wanted to test that. I didn't know if he just said it just to say it or if he's actually onto something. So I was like, hey, man, yeah, that's crazy. Everything, contactless nowadays is crazy. And he said, yeah, when you go to the store, they're talking about they have a coin shortage. He said he's not surprised. All right, because it's all leading to that cashless society which we're already in. And then I said, hey, well, you know what comes next, right? And I pointed to my the space between my index finger and my thumb, all right, to indicate like the chip. And he's like, yeah, that's right, chip, chip, chip. And I was like, oh, okay. In my head, I'm like, oh, so I thought he was just a regular guy, just works at the gym, but it goes to show you that people know. All right, this is not just because somebody may not look it or they may not say anything. All right, people listen, people watch, and people know. Okay, because of where the internet, everything is connected, so people get information quickly. You know, and then I started thinking in my head that hey, even if this is like the chances of you meeting somebody who knows about the mark of the beast or knows about the Israelites or knows of anything of that sort, if it was 1 in 5, and then it just goes up, 1 in 3, 1 in 2, you know, and then everybody knows it, and then I started thinking, man, Esau is going to have a hard time, all right, getting instituting that chip. If he was to do it now, if Esau was to just come out right, and I'm going to get into these scriptures, but if Esau was to just come out right and say, look, we introduced the chip, boom, here you go, majority of people are not going to be quick to run towards it. That's why he's going to use deceptive means, but ultimately he's going to use his tactics of order ab chaos, okay, or problem reaction solution, okay. They're going to work on the minds of you people, man. Understand that the reason they call you goyim, all right, which is really goyim or cattle, is because they think of you as literally brainless, useless eaters who can't comprehend even the smallest thing. They think of you as a mob, okay? And all you do is just, make decisions off of the slightest whim of desire. You don't use any logic. You don't use any of that. That's how these elites see you. When you read in the protocols of Zion, I believe it's called the Wise Men of Zion. That's what it's called. All right. They tell you in there how they plan to take over everything. All right. and how they look at you people, man. But understanding that even even these low level jakes that walk around, all right, not knowing who they are, they're still hip to the chip. All right. So this is Habakkuk 1:5. It says, "Behold ye among the heathen, and regard and wonder marvelously, for I will work a work in your days, which ye will not believe, though it be told you." Okay? And we're about to see the Lord, which he's already doing it now, but we're about to see Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai work a marvelous work. All right? A work that'll make you marvel. All right? Because yes, it's gonna start off, yeah, Esau's gonna come down with great wrath, but he's gonna have a lot of friction, a resistance of people in the beginning that are gonna be like, no, 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 just like they're already having with the vaccine, and they're having, with the thought of putting a chip inside you. Most people are not, they're not happy with that. Okay, so Esau he's gonna have a hard time springing it upon the people unless he uses his means, whether he resorts to the sword, okay, or he tries to deceive people, but everybody's hip to the chip. Okay, so now how are you going to get them to take it? All right, and there's going to be a lot of back and forth, and that's why it tells you in the book of Second Esdras, which I have here. Okay, Second Esdras 15:16, for there shall be sedition among men. All right, so you got to think about it. People don't just get up and just uprise against the government. They don't just get up and, hey, I'm bored today, so let's just, F the police. All right, there has to be a cause. There has to be a action for a reaction. Okay, so there's gonna be something that's gonna cause these people to say, you know what, that's enough. We're not obeying, okay, our presidents and mayors and governors, okay, and the Lord has put that seditious spirit upon the earth. So it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor their princes. All right, because once you back people up into a corner far enough, throughout this pandemic, they already lost their jobs. A lot of them lost their houses. Okay, these fires, these it's just been a quote unquote tough time for a lot of people. They got a lot of anger and a lot of stress built up. Okay, and so all it takes is for just a little match, and they're gonna hit that breaking point. Okay, and they're gonna snap, and the Lord is gonna let loose, and man, things are gonna get turned up real quick. Okay, Salak here. All right, things are gonna get turned up real quick, man. Okay, so now it says here, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. It's gonna get to the point where people are not gonna see the point in listening to what Trump is saying. Look, they already take Trump for a joke. And people are not taking this election seriously. The reason a lot of people are quote unquote involved is because they just don't want Trump in there. Okay, and they feel as though their vote is gonna change something. But it's not because they're invested in it and they actually care about who the president is. It's just, I have an agenda. Either I don't like Trump and I don't want him in there, or I don't like Biden and I want to keep Trump. That's what it is. That's why there's such a divide. But what they fail to realize is you're worried about the small things right now. Okay, here it is. There's a wild pack of lions running our way, and you worried about, I don't like your sneakers. You're looking down, talking about, nah, I want blue sneakers, but you got red, so I don't know which one I want. That's what it's like when you talk about, oh, voting, voting, voting. You're missing the bigger picture here. And once those lines get to your ass, whether you're wearing blue or red sneakers, your ass is getting torn up. Okay? And that line is Jacob's trouble. So you keep worrying about the wrong things. All right, you'll see where that gets you. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, which we saw a low level of that, but it's gonna be up, man, because with chaos and destruction comes, in the eyes of these elites, order. All right, and what do they use? They use violence, okay, they use force, and they use make believe, okay, and that's why they have those United Nations peacekeeping troops. All right, understand they've already signed certain things, Congress and all that signed certain things to where the UN can pass certain laws of the land, all right, which override the Constitution. Guess what? People didn't know that. Okay. Now it says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Okay, people are going to be scared. They're not going to know what's going on. It's gonna get very chaotic, man, and it's gonna get out of hand. The Most High is gonna he's gonna have Esau, started, but then he's eventually gonna overpower and take over, and everything is gonna go in the course which the Most High wants it to go. Okay, the scriptures talk about what the powers of heaven shall be shaken. They're wise men. Nobody's gonna be able to calm things down, give a reasonable explanation. You want to talk about your Dr. Fauci's and your Dr. Burks and all that? Ain't none of them gonna be able to bring you stability. All right. Verse 19: A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. You can't forget about that. There's a great famine that's creeping up on people, but there's so much going on in the world that people don't see it. We don't have to worry about the famine, whether it creeps up or it comes right in our face, because what did the Lord say? He said we're going to eat. He said, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Okay? So now let's go here. This is Isaiah 25:7. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. So for a period in time, people didn't know what the mark of the beast was. There was debates about it. People didn't know who the quote-unquote Illuminati was. People didn't know what the secret New World Order agenda was. But now everybody knows it, man. They know about the deep state. They know about the shadow governments, and they know about all of that, man. So once that's there, the refugee has been spotted. What do you think he's gonna do? Okay, he got as far as he could go with deception, but now he has to use the sword, and that's what he will do. Okay, that's what's coming to this place, and the Lord is gonna use Esau to use the sword to bring hell upon you people. There's a lot, all right, of set destruction that's gonna be unleashed at once, and when that does, man, it's not gonna end good for a lot of people. Zephaniah 1:10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and an howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. Okay, how ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. All right, now when you look into it, Maktesh was an area in which the traders, from Sidon and all different areas would come and they would trade. Okay, like today's modern day Wall Street. Okay, or now they do it online, with the stock market and all that. But it was you could say it's a platform, an area that allows for different trades to take place. But as the scriptures say, there shall be a great crashing from the hills, and the merchant people are going to be cut off. Are they going to be cut down? These stocks are going to crash. Okay, the economy, man, that forget about that. Okay, why? Because the old system needs to burn for the new one to come into place. These investors, all of them, they're gonna lose their status, and when all hell breaks loose, people are gonna find out, pursuant to Proverbs 11, all right, I believe it's 11:4, that riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. And instead of people trying to seek the ways of righteousness, they sought the ways of riches, the wrong riches, if I might add. All right, it says, all they that bear silver are cut off. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles, and punish the men that are settled on their lease, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. So you got people that everybody's going to get to work. It tells you that in, I believe it's 1st or 2nd Peter, about judgment beginning at the house of God. All right, beginning at us. Okay, so if you settled on your lease, if you out here chilling, all right, you're not in fear of what the Lord is about to do. You think you're already exempt, or whatever you think in your mind. Guess what? You're gonna get punished, man. Verse 13. Therefore their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near, and hasteth greatly. All right. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. So regardless of what you're looked at as, whether you're a military member or you're a bodybuilder or whatever you are, okay, you're not going to stand a chance. Because this is going to be beyond the carnal, man. Okay? Maybe it's a fight, one-on-one, you could win. But this is not going to be a one-on-one fight. This is going to be Jacob's trouble, man. You're going to be dealing with demons. You're going to be dealing with natural disasters, wild animals, famines. You can't fight a famine. All right? Doesn't matter how fast your hands are, how fast you run, how smart you are. You cannot fight a famine without food. All right. It says, verse 15, that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation. Okay. And when these things get turned up, all right, a lot of people are going to see this, all right, in its fullness. These scriptures are going to jump out, all right, they're going to grab you people, okay? It says, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of trumpet. And so there's going to be a lot of confusion. People are going to be in a disturbed, look, all that folly is going to disappear. It's going to disappear, man. You're going to see somebody's face and you're going to wonder, does this person ever laugh one day in their life? Because of how stressed and stressful it's going to be, man. All that partying and all that extra stuff gone. Okay, no more. It says a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men. So people are going to be walking around not knowing where to go, not knowing what to do. They're going to be in distress. They're going to panic. All right, they're going to lose all sense, all right, of morality, all sense of sanity. Okay, and they're just going to go out there and just some of them might just take their own lives. It says, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. That's why what we have is much more special, because what we have isn't silver or gold that anybody can just obtain. All right, this is a spiritual gift. All right, we're storing up our treasures in heaven. All right. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Who's going to make a speedy riddance of them? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. So just you wait till these things get turned up, man. Just you wait till the Lord works that work in our days. All right. Which, yeah, is going to be unbelievable, but you're going to be forced to believe it because you're going to be seeing it, man. You're going to be living it. Okay. And we're very, very quickly approaching that time. And I know we continuously say it, but very soon we won't be saying it, man. Okay? These devils are getting ready to set something up. All right, who knows? They might set up a false flag. All right, a terrorist attack. One of the elder brother in our camp had a dream. Okay, about them Esau setting up a false flag. I believe he said a biochemical terrorist attack, and they try to blame us for it. Basically him and a couple other brothers found out what Esau's plan was, and as they were trying to go tell people, warn people about it, the Esau tried to frame us. So don't think that this devil is just sleeping, man. All right, he's watching, he's constantly plotting. Okay, so things are about to get very, very hectic, very uncomfortable. All right, and very in your face action. Okay, no more talking, no more seeing it on the news and reading articles. This is gonna be your actual life, man. Okay, and that's coming very soon. So prepare yourself. All right, with that, I hope you were edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.